y'all that I was in favor of the tariffs on China, not just as an American, but just as a person. Just wholly because of everything that they've done to oppress our communities and uplift theirs. All right, and not only have they done it to the black community, right? They've done it to the entire world, and they've always been doing this, but they've been paid to do it as well too. And it's sort of like, like I was telling y'all last week. It's like, growing up in the black community, I remember, as a black girl, being in the beauty shop, how the beauty supply reps would come in black owned and sell you black products from black owned companies like Dudley, like Cara Care. I don't know if you remember these companies, TCB, all of these companies were around until China got their hands on them, okay? So they were American made products for black women, for black people that serviced us. And then not only that, they saw that we were successful. We had our own businesses, had our own schools. Then they came in, gentrified, and then not only did they gentrify, they came in and started offering our stuff that we normally buy at a discount, right? So they would replicate what it is that we had, that we were selling to each other, and then sell it to us at a discount. And then when we want to try to get in business, they put our businesses out of business. And then we want to try to get in business, they're Chinese-owned manufacturers and makers and stuff like that wouldn't give us deals for years. That's why you don't see that many beauty supply black-owned stores and people that offer black-owned products as much. And that's why there's this whole conversation around black-owned, because we've always been shut out of the conversation, all right? And so I'm in favor of it. Not of other countries. I don't think it's that serious with other countries, but with China, I've seen this from the get-go. We frying chicken, now they frying chicken with feathers on it, or at least they calling it chicken, because I'm telling you, some of the wings be looking like rat legs. I'm trying to tell you, listen. I stopped eating Chinese food years ago. Vietnamese is very different, but no. So here's the thing. So now, we're tariff for tariff, 125%, 125%. People that normally buy beauty supply products at like 20, 30,000 that are Asian owned, because they're situated here in the U.S., whether they're Arab or Asian owned beauty supply companies are now paying $400,000. There was a reason why I went natural, because I knew sooner or later we were gonna have to come up with a way to supply our own, or do our own hair for once, okay? The alopecia has gotten out of control. The lace front induced alopecia, the chemicals, the rashes, the allergies, the cancers from the braiding hair because it's plastic now. We don't know what they're putting in these beauty products, and to see, beauty supply stores go through this now. Jasmine, let's get with the beauty supply, and then we'll come back to the bag makers, since y'all said I'm broke and I can't afford a Birkin.
Other things affected by the tariff tension, the cost of wigs and hair extensions. China's the largest exporter of all that stuff. Channel 2's Tom Regan continues our Team 2 coverage now in DeKalb County with why some wigs could cost 50% more.
Here at My Beauty Unlimited, they sell hundreds of different wigs and hair extensions. Most all of it comes from China. And with those steep tariffs in place, changing your look with a wig could cost you more.
I really like the curly wigs because summer is coming.
The last few weeks have been a little hair-raising for Maureen Yancey, owner of My Beauty Unlimited.
If these tariffs are being implemented, it's affecting the supply chain.
Black woman. They went to the only black-owned beauty supply store in the damn neighborhood and chose a black woman, and then she was being affected. And this the only store. She's being affected by all the damn competition by the Chinese-owned store. They need to stop. Let's go, bro. Keep going. Come on.
Negatively, adversely affecting supply chain, and it's affecting how customers buy.
She stocks hundreds of synthetic and real hair wigs and extensions. She told me she can't accurately predict how much the 3-digit tariff on Chinese-made products will affect her prices, but she estimates lower-priced synthetic wigs will rise around 25 to 30%. Higher-end wigs may cost even more. A $400 wig, for example, may jump to $500, but again, that's just a guess.
It's a recession-proof industry, so people are going to buy beauty products, hair, wigs, chemical products. So yeah, they're going to have to pay, unfortunately.
She told me she doesn't want to pass price hikes on to her customers, but not doing so could put her out of business.
Things are going to go up, supply's going to go up. It's all not great. And then small businesses, you have to think about, we're trying to keep small businesses here. What can we do? Everything is going up.
It's going to be tough. I mean, I'm going to have to, see, what the effect is and then, explore my options.
Maureen says the options she's exploring includes buying wigs and hair extensions from other manufacturers in lesser tax countries like India, Cambodia, and Vietnam.
India is open for business, right? You guys know you don't have to go to China. You can order straight through India. You know what I'm saying? Bangladesh is open for business and they ain't taking people IDs. They're really helping to innovate, but also not steal, okay? Or replicate. So they're innovating, but they're not replicating. See, China innovates and replicates everything that we do. So they're helping you. It's like a partnership, So shout out to India, Okay, they dark skin like us as well too, right? And so I like how they highlighted a black-owned beauty supply store. I didn't even know she was there. Thank you so much. I will support my sister. But I don't know. The point is, y'all better start going back to the kitchen and making y'all hair products. The $500-$600 a wig. Prices is going up. They've been going up because when I'm seeing people paying $1,000, $1,200 for a wig. A wig? Only for it to take all your edges off? I'm seeing hairlines, just like how we're getting taller and we're getting fatter as a society. I'm seeing hairlines start here now. I'm seeing babies being born with hairlines back here now. Because their mama's DNA has switched because of the over wig usage. Like, guys, listen. I know you're mad at me. It's fine, but I'm trying to tell you, this is your moment now to go natural or figure out your hair as it should and embrace it as it should, because getting ovarian cancer, cervical cancer, all these other cancer, fibroids and stuff from all these chemicals and everything that we're going through, it's enough. Enough is enough, and China will be all right now. In terms of China trying to hit back, because people are trying to devalue China, in the words of China, and they should be respected a little more. And so they're pissed off that their businesses have been hit because the entire world is not taking up for them, and they're mad. And so in retaliation of helping people to become rich, but at the same time take from them at the same time, steal from them at the same time, which means if I buy a Kate Spade bag, you're selling a fake Kate Spade replica on the ground, on a blanket, in tourist populated areas of downtown New York, okay? They have said enough. Y'all will put some respect on China's name. Go, China, go!
Say, as long as there's a tag saying made in China, the bag can never be luxury. However, in fact, more than 80% of the luxury bags in the world are made in China. But those luxury brands just won't acknowledge that. They take almost finished bags from China factories back to their own factories and just do the repackaging and logo installing, something like that. That way, the bags will appear at their boutiques as made in Italy or made in France. Those sophisticated European countries, which make you feel mysterious, royal, and thus luxury. Now, close your eyes. Let's just do a little, very easy experiment in your head, okay? Imagine that you have an Hermes bag, and suddenly the label on it changed from made in France into made in China, while everything else, like leathers, zippers, and hardware, remain the same. Do you suddenly feel that your bag is not as luxury as before? If you do, that means you have been misled and poisoned by the market campaign of those luxury brands for too long. Welcome to the real world. Now you see, those bags are made in China by our intelligent and diligent Chinese artisans. Let's not be poisoned and misled by the market campaign any longer and be a real person. Buy a bag from us, from our factory in China. See the real world for yourself.
because I've been buying the cheap bags. Y'all the ones be insecure and always gotta have a name on y'all bag to make y'all feel like somebody. Y'all in competition with women. I ain't never seen no man say, "Oh my God, damn, she pretty, and look at that bag she got on." Unless he gets it. I'm sorry, I'm in the business of attracting men. Okay, even though I'm still married. And the last thing I've never in my life ever heard a man say, "Damn, she fine." Are those Balenciaga shoes? Damn, you look good. Is that an LV? Is that those red bottoms? Unless they want to be one of the girls. Last time I checked, a man, or if you a woman and like women, you like ass naked, right? So it's like, who are we really buying the bags for? Who are we really buying this luxury stuff for? Baby, listen, I'm telling you, I'm in H&M, purse, just say purse, say bag, and don't say nothing. You throw it on the floor, it drops on the ground, even though you ain't supposed to put no purse on the floor. It is what it is. I mean, damn, if I give one of these companies my hard-earned money, and I got money to leave back for my children, I don't care whether I'm multi-millionaire or not. That's why you don't see a lot of billionaires and people like that with this shit, because they sell it to y'all and make money off of it. And meanwhile, they got the original that they paid $10 to make. $10, y'all. And you wonder why Michael Kors, Kate Spade, all these bag companies all got the same looking bag, just different names. But because we got black folk, and it's always us, all up in the music video, Birkin, Hermes, red bottom, this and that, in order to feel like we somebody or to be respected, we feel like we gotta go get that in order to be accepted, when in turn you should be accepting yourself. I am the only woman that shows up by choice to all of my dinners or trips with my friends, and they be like, "Tasha, where you got that purse from?" I don't know. Figure it out. I don't know. How much you pay for it? I got a standard $19. It's cute, ain't it? It's cute. Huh? Cute. It holds my stuff. Yeah, it holds my stuff. But everybody, China is tired. They're like, y'all gonna put some respect on our name. You're gonna fly on our planes. You're gonna drive our cars. You're gonna wear our stuff. And even though, and this is what pissed me off too, is because China positioned themselves to be of service to people, but not to steal from people, right? So not only are they offering service, but they're still stealing your ideas and your intellectual property. So if I come to you as a bag owner and say, "Hey, please protect my design, don't replicate my design," they didn't come up with the design. And so you come over there, you get your own custom bag, you have them make it because they make it faster, they make it cheaper, they got kids over there in the sweatshops and stuff like that, making all of your wigs and hair products and all that stuff. You know, and no telling what type of cancers they got over there. They ain't even got sunshine all day. They had to make their own damn sunshine. When I saw them manufacture a sun in the middle of the ocean, I said, "Oh yeah, China really about that." Okay, they said, "We ain't got no sun. Make a sun. Put it right there in the middle, right there, right there, right there. Go." People at the beach in the ocean with a man-made sun, because they can make everything. But when I seen them do that, and then at the request when people pay you and say, "Hey, could you take off made in China and put made in Italy?" That's what I pay you to do. If I give you that money to say that, you shouldn't be out here spreading my trade secrets, but instead you good. They had cows, they had chickens, they had, beef and stuff. And then the men had to go off. And so, people were getting bombed and everything because we were in the middle of a war and they couldn't get access to meat. And when they couldn't get access to meat, health costs went down because nobody was sick. Heart disease, heart attacks, cancer, all of that stuff because they couldn't get access to animal-based products and they were forced to farm their own food, so they went natural. This is equivalent to what we're about to go through. So you need to start embracing yourself, embracing who you love. Don't worry about having no designer bags and this and that because at the end of the day, everybody leaving here the same way they came, naked. Hey. And to the Hermes bag, it's an investment. When I saw the promotion behind the Hermes bag, and they had the white women stitching them up after the Chinese people had made them, according to China, I don't want Hermes trying to sue me. China said it first, sue them. Oh, you can't sue them. So I'm just gonna say, according to China, y'all making the Hermes bags over there, and then saying take it off and put it over here. You know what I'm saying? That it's made over here, and y'all pay extra fee for that. But for them to put out promotional saying that Hermes bags are gaining more profit than what you would make on the stock market in order for insecure people who feel that they need a bag, okay, in order to make money, I said, boy, if that ain't no, I gotta tell you, when you hit a lick, you just hit a lick. They hit the lick. I can't even be mad at them, but when Jess was sitting up saying this, go ahead, Jess. Remember when Jess was saying this and y'all was like, you don't know what you're talking about, Tasha. It's an investment. It's worth $30,000. Go.
The plug checks hit different. What's the first thing you bought with that money?
That money is still in my account. Mm-hmm. That money is still, that's an account I don't touch.
Them checks hit like that?
They wasn't even trying to give me the money they gave me, but they had to come on around. So I'm like, come on, like this fire up under y'all butt.
What about the purchase? You ain't purchasing nothing like, okay, I'm gonna get me a Birkin bag or I want to get this whip.
I have 6 Birkins already, and that was before Breakfast Club.
6?
Yeah, those are investment bags. Snakeskin, hello? Play. Yeah, them $70,000 bags, them $80,000 bags. Yeah, them bags I plan to sell just in case. You know, they ain't all for wear.
What's the most important?
Who you selling them to now that China done said they made them? Who got them now? Jasmine, you got more videos from China because they really going in. You got a few more. What they got? What
Let me show you the United States products in my home. Nothing. Do you have something from China in your home?
One more time.
At Hermes boutique will cost you 38,000 USD. But what is the real cost out of the factory? Today I'm going to break it down in front of you step by step. First thing first, Hermes only use the leathers from the 3 top-level suppliers. One is called Beauty from Italy. The second is Unfiltered from Germany, and the third is Buzz from France. One piece of Togo leather, the same leather as this one, will cost 450 USD. And one piece of the leather is only enough to make one Birkin, okay? The thread. And of course, for Hermes Birkin, the thread is also the best top level. It's called Fil au Chinois from France. This is actually the Rolls Royce in thread. For each bag, the cost is 25 USD. And then the hardware. See, this hardware is called 316 hardware. It's also known as the ocean stainless steel because it can withstand the erosion of seawater. It's the best stainless steel. For one piece of bag, the hardware is 150 USD. Edge oil. This edge oil is imported from Italy. It's called steel edge oil. For each bag, it will cost 50 USD. Interior lining. It used lambskin imported from France. For each bag, the cost will be 100 USD. And also inside, there is a zipper from Riri brand. And the zipper for one bag is 10 USD. And then the cost of human resource. The French artisans is much more expensive than Chinese artisans. To finish one bag, the human resource cost will be 600 USD. Package. this is not as expensive, it's 10 USD. So now to sum those up, the total cost will be 1,400 USD for one Birkin out of factory. But why Hermes will charge you 38,000 USD for one bag? That's because more than 90% can be paid for its logo. But if you do not care about the logo, you just want the same quality, same material, you can just buy from us. Because for our bags, we use exactly the same material, same leather, same hardware, same edge oil. The only difference is one, we don't have the logo, so we don't have to pay so much amount of money just for that logo. And second, our human resource is much cheaper. This is why this bag from our factory only costs you 1,000 USD, but even better quality and craftsmanship.
At the end, he said even better quality or craftsmanship. The shape. I got 6 Birkins. I got 6 Birkins, and y'all was dragging me. Saying I didn't understand money. I didn't know what I was talking about. Oh, Birkins are investment. You can resell them. You resell them to insecure, wannabe pick-me winners. See, what I took when I did go to school, because I was in the 9th grade 3 years, and I did a lot of college courses, even taught a few college courses when I got into college. I ended up getting into college on a scholarship, softball scholarship, even though I graduated with a GED, but they put it as if I got a high school diploma in Florida. It was a program that they had at the time because I opted to go to work when I figured out how to make money, and I didn't need school to do it. I just needed a couple of classes, like most of us do when you find your purpose. Okay, and so I remember in marketing class or just world economics or global economics, they taught you a little something called supply and demand. And so when a lot of folks was coming at me saying I didn't understand the value of certain things, I didn't even know how to say the name right. They was like, Tasha, it's not Hermes. It's not Hermes. I was like, what is it? They said Hermes. Who gives a damn? Who cares? Who cares? It's a damn bag. I remember a little class that I actually taught, attending the University of Atlanta. Matter of fact, they went out to Stanley too, and that's how I figured out how to start a university. And that's when I decided to drop out. I said, if they can get it, I can get it too. So all you have to do is apply. You know what I'm saying? You can get federal loans, and then, people get federal loans and they pay you to go to school. They still get funded by the government. But I don't know nothing. I'm done, right? But I remember this little thing called supply and demand. The reason Birkins are expensive is because of supply and demand. When something is in demand, it drives up the cost. And then they're not able to get a lot of supply because if everybody's trying to buy it, that makes it more exclusive. And so they opted to not make a lot or make seasonal products in order to make it feel like you have something exclusive for the fall or for the spring or for the summer. This was last year's summer Hermes bag. Yeah, I paid $100,000 for it, and it's gonna go up because we're not gonna make it anymore. But next year you're gonna have a new one. You're gonna pay more money for that. But when you resell it, you're gonna find some insecure ass woman that wants to be with the who's who. She wants to pretend like she has it to fill in for what she lacks on the inside. And this is what she needs to feel like she's somebody. So we're gonna give it to the dumb bitch, mainly the black and ethnic women, because they're always wanting to stand out, even though they already have those big butts. You know what I'm saying? Big voluptuous titties and bodies that we've already manufactured and put on ourselves too.